Video 141, which is your Pilates Floorwork, and it's the roller. Okay, so Pilates Floorwork using the roller. Get yourselves in the room and have your roller and also have your head pad. It's video 141. You're using the roller for your floor work, your Pilates floor work. So we have a roller and we have the head cushion. You can start lying down, so put your head cushion at one end of the mat where you can obviously see the screen very easily. Get yourself sorted. Hello, Tanya Harvey and Sue Lewis. So you've got your roller ready. If you know roller, don't worry, all of this will still work. Lower down to the floor safely and efficiently, and then find yourself lying on your back. The rules with the head cushion go, that skull needs to be on the head cushion, not the neck. Yesterday in the Matwork video for the roller, I did a lot of what we call skull rock or chin nod to get the freedom of this skull and the upper vertebral column, or the pinnacle of the vertebral column. I've decided that I need to make things quite simple. Good morning, Helen McGee. You're going to have the roller. Once you've checked your thigh bones are parallel and your feet aren't tucked under your knees, so you don't want your feet right back here, you want them a little bit further forwards, a little bit more relaxation at the knee joint. And you have your hands on the roller, shoulders away from the neck. And before you think of going anywhere, get your breathing going. You should be warm from what you did earlier and therefore able to get the spine lengthened. If you're coming at this from a day at work and you haven't done the legs workout, take your time, breathe. At least your homes are warm. I've got my hands so that they're lined up with the outline of the side of my thigh. I've got the palms of my hands on the roller and my arms are bent at the elbow just as they would be if I was stood with the roller at my hip. This is just like a squat position, you could almost argue. My emphasis today has been that wherever your body touches the roller or the body touches the roller and the roller is connected to the floor, you're to feel that. It's a grounding sensation. Go to your breathing while we get our ribcage placement and pelvic imprint. You inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. The head is heavy, the nose gently pointing across the ceiling. So as the ribcage placement happens, you lengthen the spine behind you. Draw your pelvic floor up and create at the end of the imprint of your ribs an imprint of your lumbar. Breathe into that imprint, keep the gentle hands pressing against the roller against the thighs. And then breathing out, roll the pelvis away again and gently allow the ribcage to expand. And again, breath out. Get the ribcage placement, the pelvic floor connection and the pelvic tilt to imprint your lumbar spine. Keep pressing against the thighs and the roller, breathe in. And then breathing out, find yourself back into neutral. It's like a rocking and rolling. Your aim this time is to keep your rib cage down and then let the pelvis go back to neutral without the ribs popping. We're going to work from there. This is rolling roller up the thighs. As you exhale, chin nods. And as you look at that roller, follow it up the thighs without going to imprint, unless I've told you to always stay in imprint. Have a breath in, breathe out, bending your elbows and follow the roller down the thighs, laying the shoulders down and the head down. Inhaling. Push the hands to the roller to the thighs and roll the rib cage, shoulder blades away. Inhaling, keeping the pressure of the roller and the thighs equal and the roller symmetrical left to right. Exhaling. Inhale, stay, relax the shoulders but keep the hands pushing. Find your armpits and down. Next time we're up, we're going to stay up. Exhaling and stay. So you stay up there, you press through the heel of the hands, inhale and exhale. Notice that the back of the sacrum is heavy, the chin's nodded in. You're breathing in and out. You're waking up your deep abdominals. Your pelvic position is neutral, if you can maintain neutral. Nothing's in your back, everything's in your core. And then rolling down. My elbows are bent again. We're now going to do your spine mobility. So breathe in, keep the hands pressing against the roller. As your pelvic floor connects, pelvic tilt, and start to pick up the spine a vertebra at a time and push the roller simultaneously. Breathe in, breathing out, roll down through the spine, bend your elbows, and voila. Actually, you may need to have your heels under your knees a bit more. Breathe in. Breathing out, ribcage placement. As the pelvis rolls, I then roll my arms up against my thighs, against the roller. Breathe in at the top, breathe out, start to pull the roller down, bending the elbows as you bend the spine back to neutral pelvis. Inhaling as deep as you can. Exhale, pelvic imprint, ribcage placement, arms roll through the roller. Press down through the outsides of your feet, press against the roller and the thighs. Try not to just squeeze your bottoms, please. One more. Exhaling, pelvic floor, ribcage placement. Push against your thighs with the roller. Flow the roller up there and stay. Inhale and exhale. Ground the outsides of your foot and your heels. Breathe. Push down with the thighs again, hands against the thighs against the roller, and relax your bum cheeks. Keep your pubis as though it's reaching for your nose, the back of the shoulder blade flat, and then on the next breath out, take the spine down. People, from there then, you're going to pull the knees up to the chest and put the roller now onto your knees. In this position, I'm going to hold the ends of the roller, so I'm holding either end of the roller, palms lightly with it. And my kneecaps and shins are level, my thigh bones are just a normal distance apart, not very wide. In this shape, you're already in your imprint of your lumbar. So from here then, exhale, curl, and push the roller along the thighs. Inhale, uncurl. If your arms aren't long enough, pull the roller to the front of the knee, all right? Exhaling, rolling. In fact, everyone, you're probably better off doing that. Inhaling and reversing back down. So the roller's going up as your ribcage rolls up, your roller's flowing down. And by having everything set up with symmetry, your body's able to reorganize and synchronize a better kind of left to right diagonal connection. So that all the quirky pelvic rotations and hip bone and rib cage lack of alignment gets sorted here. Exhale, chin nod and roll. Make sure you feel the roller against the thigh, knee, shin area all the way through this. So I'm following the feel of the roller leading me up. I'm following the feel of it coming down. Stay where you are now. If the roller can go to the top of the knees, let it go there. If it can't, keep it against the thighs. Breath out, you're in imprint, lower the right leg to the ground and pick it back up again. Knees connect to the roller, breath out. Other side, lowers down in bent and returns back. You do this whilst continuously maintaining imprint, and it's the breath out that pulls the ribs down, pulls the navel to the spine. You feel as though your pelvic tilting without forcing you back into the ground, and your nose is pointing to the roller. Now we're going to add a curl up. So you're going to curl up, bend your elbows, lower the foot down, uncurl as the knee comes back to the roller. The roller has to be absolutely horizontal, and that's the evidence that you're using it as something to change you. If that roller's all over the place, then you're not changing as you're using the roller and breathing. People, the next time you're going to curl up. Now pull the roller to the knee joints, everyone. As you pull the knee to you, the roller goes to your ankle and one leg straightens. As you pull the knees back together, you end up with your head down and the roller on both knees. Let's go again, other side. Exhaling, I'm going to pull the knees to me and send the other leg away. My roller's gone towards my ankle. I'm going to pull the roller to the shins and place my head down. Breathing out. Pull my knee to me and push my other leg away. Slide the shin against the roller. Both legs are level, roller's level, I roll down. Exhaling. Pick up the pace. Inhale and breathe out. So your roller absolutely horizontal as you roll. This is equivalent to a bicycle without you letting your pelvis Go all over the place. Stay up there. One more. Feel the roller and pull your knees into your chest. That will have been quite intense on the core if indeed you did it as described. Your next position therefore is going to be onto all fours. I promised that this activity with the roller and floorworks today would be simplified and intense because yesterday the technique was significantly there and some of the intensity therefore missed if you didn't quite get the technique. You're going on to all fours. We need our chest press. It's the first all fours position we've done today really. Have your hands wider than your mat is and at either end of your roller. Create a true all fours connection and then inhale, take the chest wide, lower the chest onto the roller and exhale, pull it away. You're pulling your elbows wide open. You can also hold the roller to the side, so if you get a better arm into shoulder connection with the hands holding the edges of the roller, I actually do is the truth, I've just realised. If you've got any kind of rotator cuff issues, you have to determine just how far this movement pattern should go for you. Whichever way, you can't feel pinching or tightness doesn't feel pleasant at the front of the shoulder or the back of the shoulder in the joint area. Breathe. And core connect the navel and push away. You're obviously in the equivalent of a flattened spine without a tucked under bottom. Down we go. Find your shoulder blades, your armpits, and up you go. From there, put the hands on the roller and give yourself a moment where you allow the bottom to come back. Your wrists hanging over the roller. This is a pleasant moment before we do something less pleasant. I'm breathing in and out, making sure I keep the spinal rib cage breath, and then come back. Your hands now are definitely lined up with the edges of your mat. We're going to take ourselves, in fact I'm going to move my roller because we're going to go into plank. You're taking yourselves, chest is absolutely over your thumbs, your knees, thighs are together, your toes are tucked under. Go for your knee hovers first. Breath out, shoulders away from the neck. Push through the hands into the roller. Remember that hold connecting the roller and the ground. Because my hands are pushing onto the roller is on the ground. I lift my hips, and it's as though I want to lift my knees and my hips so that my knees are almost about the height of the roller. Breathe. And inhaling lower. Breathing. Rib cage placement, armpits, and lowering down. Take another moment and release that. We're going to take all fours hover into plank, back to hover, back to plank, probably about 4 times. I'm concerned to keep you strong, lifting your own body weight. Again, if it goes into your shoulder, then you might need to just take one leg out, return it back, take the other leg out, return it back. Don't compromise where the activity should land in order to just kind of think you're sticking with it. So knee hovers, shoulders, armpits. One leg goes out, second leg goes out. I'm deliberately keeping my bum as high as my shoulders. Pull the leg back in, pull the leg back in, and lower the knees down. Big breath. Exhaling. Knee hover. Knees are high as the roller is. Send the leg away, send the other leg away, keep the bottom high, pull the tummy in, pull the knee back, lower down. Big breath in, big breath out, pelvic floor, oblique lats to rats, knee hovers. Push the ground away with your feet. Breathe, pull your navel to your spine, pull the knees back, and let that go. Crouching down again, and roll your roller away. This next position, you're going straight to ground, which follows nicely on from what you've just done. And the roller, we're back to the whole open shoulder scenario. The roller goes behind you, and you're holding either end of the roller. First things first then. Stretch out the legs, the thighs, so that they're reaching to the end of the mat. Your legs are slightly apart, unless you're tight in the lower back, in which case you can by all means take them wider and go to a bit of turnout. So this is your setup. Shoulder blades, pull them together. The roller, depending on your arm length and your spine length, will be around the crest of the bum cheeks or maybe the sacrum. Whichever way, your shoulder blades pull together, you're already in the dart position with assisting stunts from the roller. Breathing out to pelvic pubic bone imprint. Inhale, breathing out to push the feet, thighs against the ground with the pubic bone imprint. And then exhaling, push the roller over the crest of the bum. Inhaling, come back. Exhaling, end up looking at the end of your mat. And inhaling back. Exhale, pubic bone dominant. Your armpits, your shoulder blades, slide. If you can't use the roller for this, simply put your hands on the floor and then put them to the sides of your thighs, okay? Keep going. This time as you go up, turn and look to the left, roll back down, breathe. Rib cage, turn and look over your right shoulder. Inhale, turn that neck, head, exhale. The roller therefore staying equal load over both bum cheeks. There shouldn't be a lifting of one side. It's horizontal plane of movement, extending the upper back, not the lower back, grounding through the pubic bone, legs lengthened, and let that go. Okay, we're going to go back down there, but right now I need to have you back here to make sure that you're not working into the lower back extensors. So stay, do a little bit of roll up like a cat stretch, breathe in into your round back, breathing out as you gently hinge backwards, the lightness through the shoulder on the roller, and away you go. Exhaling the rhythm of the roll. Head looks backwards, inhale, exhaling, and my arms, my shoulder joint is relaxed. We're going to do what we call the swim position using the roller next. So find yourself lying down again. This time the roller is above the crown of the head and the legs are still long and reaching. The edge of the mat signifies that the legs are level, and you want to get the palm of the hand, not the fingers on the roller. The elbows don't want to drop down, they want to be high, level with the wrist. And again, if you can't do this because you have no shoulder range of movement, you'll do it with your hands on the floor, people. So don't force something that isn't there. First thing to get going is pubic bone dominant. You're keeping the hands pushing against the roller, the shoulders pulling away from the neck, and then you're going to let your one leg reach and lower. Exhale, other leg, reach. It is so subtle, you'll barely see it if you're watching this physically. Now, exhale, lengthen. Pubic bone dominant, nothing happening to the back. Inhale, lift, lower. So we're alternating the swimming legs. Now I'm going to add the neck. So as one leg reaches away, I'm going to turn the opposite way and then lower down. So as I let my left leg lift, I turn to my right, all this while maintaining shoulder stabilization. As my leg lengthens, it's from the thigh bone that it lengthens. The thigh reaches away from the pelvis. And now, as I turn my head, I'm going to push both arms away as my leg lengthens and pull both elbows back, turning down. Exhale and inhaling. You've now got the rhythm of shoulder mobilizing, pelvic stabilizing, and head turning. Exhale, reach away, and inhale, return. All right, now, as I go, I'm going to push one arm away as one leg lifts, and then I'm going to pull back and then push the other arm away as the other leg lifts and pull back. So you've got your swim. Doesn't help that my roller's rolling off my mat. It's contralateral work, the arms are light, the shoulder blades are drawn down the back, the crown of the head always pointing to the roller, and the rolling symmetry allowing the thoracic area shoulder stabilizers to act. Let that be enough. Before we finish then, a swift change here. Again, some of you are probably wondering why we're doing 20-minute bite size. It's for the people working, the people homeschooling, all the people that can justify a 20-minute moment but can't justify an hour. I'm sat on the roller. We did need a little bit of rotation through the thoracic. I can't spend too long here, so I'm just going to say, if you're tight in your hip flexors, so your hamstrings, then have your legs bent. If you're happy with your hamstring length and can sit up tall, have your legs straight. I've taken the roller so that my sit bones are just behind it almost, and I can feel some of my thigh bone. That means I'm resting my load into the thigh. I feel the pelvic position as absolutely neutral, and I'm going to do my forwards flexion. So breathe in as deep as you can, pull your toes to your nose. Breathing out as you forwards nod the chin, bending only the rib cage, forwards folding and stay. Don't allow the pelvis to twist, breathe. Exhale, pull your shoulder blades together and return back up. That's your calibrating symmetry. Now allow the left arm to go behind you, reaching as though it could point and touch the floor, thumb down, and take the right arm. So I've now allowed an element of turning, twisting. Breathe in, but my bum cheeks, thigh bones heavy on the roller. Exhale, reach to your little toe, and inhale, come back, and reach the ground and reach up. And we go. Exhaling, rib cage bends, and you fold the rib cage, thoracic neck. You come up, and as you reach the ground, you reach up. All right, one more. Exhale. Sliding, reversing, expanding. Other side. So I take my hand behind. The rotation is simply shoulders. It's not the waist, it's not the hip bones. If you'd rather sit on your sit bones to know exactly where they are, do so. If you'd rather have your legs bent, you can. Exhale, pull the toes to the nose, bend your rib cage. Our position work, one arm reaches back, one arm forwards, and you return, roll the spine back. Breathe. Exhaling. Oh, and reach, forgive me. I forgot I added extension. Just for that moment. Inhale, exhale, chin nod. Don't overreach. There should be no pinching, no delaking. Just the sense of maybe stiffness, because we're trying to ward away that stiffness. But otherwise it's mobilising. Your pelvic floor draws up. Your abdomen, navel, spine draws in. And you're bending from the rib cage through the shoulder. And then you're reaching open, opposing sides. Let that be it. Pull your chin down, pull your head down. Have a moment to breathe, and well done, everyone, for having yet another day of being able to move and mind-body connect. All that remains for me to say is it's the same time again tomorrow. Please, please, please feedback, and I will always do what I can to feed you what you need. Here's hoping that we're all kind of feeling it's touching where we need it, and also probably getting things that we weren't aware that we needed. You should always, after the exercise regime, however intense or lacking intensity, it should always feel better than you felt before you started. Bye for now, stay well and take care.